And we are back. Last episode, we suffered a Super Bowl loss. Really heartbreaking. Gonna be completely honest, that actually really sucked. But, uh, we gotta move on. We gotta accept the row and look ahead to next season. On the bright side, we got Offensive Player of the Year with Luke Allen, so that's at least a dub. But without further ado, we're not even gonna waste any time. We're gonna get right, or whether they'll accept our offer or not. And we're already off to a bad start. This is taking forever. I feel like the EA. Oh, never mind. I'm gonna say Phil Staff. Um, I never fired anyone, so they're both gone. Jobs. There are two offensive coordinators. Would I rather have Tampa Bay? We're gonna go Dan Spear for offense, and for defense, we have a lot more to work with. Holy. Okay, now looking at all of these guys, Anthony Strickland is so far sticking out to me. So that's something we're looking at. Denver, I actually really like Clyde Hall in the look, but I think we've already had him and he did not work out. We're gonna take Sean Carney. I really like the Kansas City thing because Kansas City always does well, which gives me hope. To start it out, let's go to the NFC North. Ryan Hampton, Jonathan Klein, two, both on the Vikings calling it quits. Both O linemen as well. That could be very tough for them. Kenneth Walker, former running back for us, he calls it quits. Like I said, we're really only going to be talking about former players for us. Darren Rivers, a former center for us, calling it quit. And now we're kind of towards uh, the point where all of the real life players are calling it quits, which is good and bad. It's good because now we're kind of at the point where it's down to the fictional players to like control their destiny. As you saw last time, we did not have and it's still the same. Don't have a single real player on our team. Mock draft free. I believe there are still a few players, probably some kickers slash punters. There's probably a quarterback or two. Jimmy Williams out of Miami is there. And then Javon Pickens out of USC. Like I didn't see Joe Burrow retire, so he's probably still out there. But he might be the only player remaining, for all I know. I think if we go to NFL rosters, NFL, okay, here, yeah. Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Evan McPherson, Chase Young, Trevor Lawrence, Aiden Hutchinson, Kyle Pitts, Evan Neal, Jamison Williams, Akeem Ekwonu, Penei Sewell. And that's like the last good one, at least. As you can see, there's no one. So you have those people, and that's about it. What was that? That was like 8. Mahomes at 39, Burrow at 38, McPherson and Chase Young at 36, Trevor Lawrence and Aiden Hutchinson at 35, Kyle Pitts, Evan Neal, Jameson Williams, Hakeem Ekwonu, and Penei Sewell all at 34. These guys probably have 2 more years. Maybe I could see Trevor Lawrence going a bit longer. Considering he's 35, he's probably going to play until the late 8 or the low 80s, high 70s. So I'd say probably 2 more years, and then we're all out. But here are the players we have to look at re-signing. And as you can see, a lot of these guys, we do have 66 million cap room, so that's a positive. But Kyle Woods, I would like back. If he just accepts his base, we'll even give you some more money. 2-year deal, get around 5 or 4.5 million over those 2 years. He's gonna take free agency. That is completely okay. Terrence Stalker is a big one I would like back, but we have not gotten anywhere. Ultimately, Luke Allen, we're going to change the offer list a little bit. He's asking for, so he's going to be making upwards of nearly 16 mil. So I reckon a 1-year, 50 million deal with a 9.3 mil signing bonus, and we land that contract with him. We threw a little interesting curveball with that contract negotiation. 1-year, 15 mil to be our receiver. That is a bit pricey, but for him, I feel like it is worth it. Clarence Lindsey is another guy I would like back. He's asking for just a 1-year. I'll gladly just give him this base 1-year contract as well. This is kind of be their final years with us. Luke Allen, most likely, I feel like they're. But Clarence Lindsey, I think, is going to probably keep going for another 2-3 years. Ultimately, since one guy refused, uh, actually, I think we're better off just leaving him. But I think we're good where we're at. I'm going to give him the franchise tag. Okay, so he's going to be making around 4.5 mil a year. But his cap hit is going to take a major jump. I'll give him. Okay, I was like, a 1-year 9 mil. That's not unreasonable, but he's going to decline it. Landry Turner is a very interesting one because he's going to put us in the negative. So I think we just say goodbye to him. And ultimately, I think we say goodbye to pretty much everyone else here. Try and build a younger team while maintaining 1 year deals with the older guys to kind of give us that final push for the Super Bowl. Because ultimately, I don't think these young guys we have are going to get it done. Like, our third receiver, at the moment, we could have drafted one, would have been Jake Baker, who's a 71 overall. I do not think he would have been a suitable enough third receiver to get us to the Super Bowl. Compared to Luke Allen, that now gives us a year to either draft a guy or find like a solid enough replacement. Same with Steve Mayo. Or not, excuse, like Steve Mayo's an interesting guy. I don't know if he's built for corner. I don't know if he's built for safety. It's kind of I don't know where we should play him at. Also, we need to think about getting Josh McCloud involved. Kendall Lynch is only 1 overall higher, but I really like our safety core. And we're paying Kendall Lynch a lot of money, so I think we're just going to have to kind of ride it out and see where it takes us. Our O-line's not as good as it used to be. We only have one replacement, and that's Hamlin for Paul Altman, who I don't believe is old. Yeah, he's only 29. Unless if he only has 1 year. So I think we're going to let Paul Altman walk. Ultimately, though, I'm thinking, I said Darren Mooney is almost a near lock. But I would say if Jadarius Cone gets us to another Super Bowl, not wins, gets us to another Super Bowl, it would be very close. If he wins the Super Bowl, I think we might have to go to Jadarius Cone, because I feel like Jadarius Cone with that Super Bowl really improved his chances. The top two free agents, Keenan Ballard, Andrew Turner, both from us. 14 teams interested in Sean Simpson. I don't blame him. 88 overall, and he's only 26 years old. That is a quarterback of the future for some teams. Granted, no one's going after a guy like Skylar McKenzie, though. Patrick Mahomes is a free agent. He does have two teams interested in him, so it looks like Mahomes is not going to be a Chief for life. Danny Mack, no team's interested, but that's okay. Jermaine Rivers, no team's interested. That blows my mind. He's a solid tight end. Kyle Meeks, the former Vikings guy, 5 teams he's getting drawn to. Ultimately, before I do anything, I need to look at my roster, see what we need to fill. Because the big thing right now I'm noticing is backups, but I feel like it's best if we try and address those in the draft. Because Charles Lacey, he's like, what, 33? 32. He's got to be close. I think 2 years left, yeah. We're going to have to find a replacement here soon. We might have to honestly try and get rid of him. Because he is just a cap casualty that we can probably, like, as much as I love him, 96 overall superstar, I don't think he's a need. I think we can get rid of him. But like looking at defense, I think we need to address a 5th corner. But that's also looking at through the draft maybe. But ultimately, I think we're in a good spot. We need to look at getting a left outside or right outside linebacker. That's why I wanted Enrique, Pearman. back Perriman, for just 1 year to kind of give us a guy we can draft who can learn behind him for a year. He ultimately said, no, I'm good, declined, which, granted, I'm fine with. It's his choice. Oh, Patton, not Perriman. Although he isn't shit. Josh Allen, so he is available. AJ Cole's another one, a punter. Justin Herbert's also still kicking around. Patrick Surtain, Rondale Moore, Cade York, Trent McDuffie. No, never mind. So there are still some players actually kicking around. The worst person in the top 100 is a 79 overall, but 25. Alright, anyway. I'm thinking we scroll to left outside linebacker. And we're right. There's no one available at left outside linebacker, apparently. Donovan Barnes. When I tell you, my eyes just became so unbelievably wide open. We have just under 16 mil. And I think he's going to be our guy. He's not even going to take up much money. Man, I'll give you a player-friendly deal. I think that's 4 out of 5. Yeah. Now I'm looking at a fifth corner. They have to be kind of bad. I'm thinking mid-70s, like 76. There's a lot of 77s. Alright, we're at the 76 mark. Matt DeBose is interested in us with a scheme fit as well. And I mean, like, he is, like, essentially the max. It's a big market. Granted, this guy's also interested, but, you know, anything dragging him down. My career win percentage is 54. I feel like that's holding us back because of the beginning seasons. But I think we're gonna give Matt DeBose, honestly, maybe even a 2-year deal. He can become the veteran cornerback once Clarence Lindsey leaves. But I think that's pretty much it. I don't know if we have a punter. I think we do. Quarterback we're set. Running back we're set. Receiver, tight end. We might need a backup tight end, but we did sign Carson Favorite to an extension, I believe. So I think we're good. I mean, he is a scheme fit. I'm down to give. Oh, see, you're asking. It's a bad offer, I feel like. But if he's interested enough in joining the team, I don't think he'll have an issue. I'm gonna evaluate my offers. Oh, I'm at tight end. I was about to say, did I really not win any of them? Alright, we got all three of them. I think that's honestly going to be our free agency over and done with. We addressed the positions of need, getting a tight end, which I don't even feel like is a position of need. But we got a good left outside linebacker who can be our guy moving forward for 5 whole years. Very cheap deal as well, so I'm very comfortable doing it. And look at this trio right here. 24, I believe, is the 25, 24. I want to say it's either 23 or 22. Brackens 23. So we have a very young trio right now. 2 of them are still in their rookie deal, so I feel like we played that to perfection. Darius Cone is 32 out of 92 overall. And I think he's going to be around mid-80s when he's done with the team at least. I don't know if he's going to call it quits or not, because he has pretty much been with us his whole career. Started out in Houston, was drafted, I want to say was what, first overall maybe or something, third, second. And we traded a first round pick for him. And it was a very gutsy move. He actually played pretty bad at first, to the point where we were about to bench him, but he did turn. Where are we looking at? Oh, Tavares Buckner. No doubt in my mind, Tavares Buckner is getting a 5th-year option. Not a single doubt. He has been a staple. And with Luke Allen gone, I don't think I could end up, or I could risk losing them. Both, at least. So, we go to signed. Keenan Ballard, the #1 guy, signs with Seattle on a 2-year deal. Lancey Turner, second best guy, signs a 3-year deal with Arizona. So, I see they're both going into the same division. That should be fun to get to play each other twice a year. Deshaun Simpson, I feel like I should just talk about quickly, because I feel like he's going to be a staple for the next few years. 6-year deal with the Buccaneers. Skylar McKenzie, of course, signs with the Packers. Patrick Mahomes, we have to talk about him considering he's one of the few active players remaining. Signs a 1-year deal with Pittsburgh. Danny Mack signs with the rival Lions on a 3-year deal. Barry Bentley signs a 1-year deal with the Packers. Jermaine Rivers signs a 3-year deal with the Dolphins. Kyle Meeks signs a 1-year deal with the Dolphins as well. I feel like I had to talk about him as well. Kevin Hawley signs a 2-year deal with the Lions. BJ Carr signs a 3-year deal with the Packers. Justin Herbert, once again, one of the few active guys remaining, signs a 1-year deal with the Rams. So staying in LA, just this time, gonna be for the other LA team. Luke Hazelton signs a 2-year deal with the Packers. Moses Barrett signs a 3-year deal with the Packers. Patrick Surtain, once again, one of the final few active guys, signs a 1-year deal with the Bengals. Josh Allen, 1-year deal with the Commanders. Enrique Patton signed a 2-year deal with the Jets. Ben Orchard signs a 2-year deal with the Packers. Packers just signing so many people. Josh Harrell signs a 1-year deal with the Lions. Really? 81 overall and 26 years old? I don't know if he's a scheme fit for us or them. I don't know what that scheme fit necessarily means. But only signs a 1-year deal. That's only going to be worth right over 2 mil, including the bonus. Michael Bush signs a 3-year deal with the Vikings. Maurice Winslow, former safety for us, signs a 3-year deal with the Giants. Niles Allen, former offensive tackle for us, signs a 1-year deal with the Dolphins. Rondale Moore, once again, one of the few active players remaining, 1-year deal with the Broncos. AJ Harrington signs a 1-year deal with the Vikings. See, that makes sense. He's 34 years old. I understand the 1-year deal there. But the other guy who was with the Lions, who's only 26, Eddie Davidson, former wide receiver for us, signs a 3-year deal with the Steelers. You'll have to see that. Shame he didn't make any do anything for us. Trey Galloway, former receiver for us, signs a 2-year deal with the Cardinals. Trent McDuffie, once again one of the few active players remaining, signs a 1-year deal with the Steelers. Will Phillips, former corner for us, signs a 1-year deal with the Texans. Alex Burks signs a 1-year deal with the Lions. A superstar kicker, 79 overall, 25 years old, signs a 2-year deal with the Raiders. Jalen Elliott signs a 2-year deal with the Vikings. Larry Bates signs a 3-year deal with the Vikings. Lamar Jackson, he's still kicking around. 79 overall, 38, signs a 1-year deal with the Browns. Luke Robertson signs a 3-year deal with the Vikings. Earl Looney signs a 3-year deal with the Vikings. The Vikings signing a lot of guys too. David Hendricks signs a 1-year deal with the Packers. And that's it. Or that was the top 100 at least. To the draft we go. We pick pretty late in this draft, so ooh, Detroit at 1, Minnesota at 4. Now this could be division altering. The first pick in the draft is gonna be Mike Crawford, right outside linebacker out of Notre Dame. Titans take Gabriel Nash, left tackle, Virginia Tech. Raiders take Luke Yates, wide receiver out of Tennessee. The Vikings, Thad Smith, right outside linebacker out of Florida. The Eagles take Joey Meredith, right outside linebacker out of Auburn. And now the first 5 picks are gone. I, as you saw, have not done legit any scouting because I don't find a reason to. I gotta be looking for a receiver. And instantly, Christopher Kelly catches my mind. He did struggle in some. He's not the fastest receiver, which you can tell by his things. But everything else looks incredible. And it's Seattle up to pick. I'm gonna test my luck and go 1 pick. Carl Abrams, quarterback, North Carolina. Now I'm gonna go ahead and try and make a trade with the Saints. I'm willing to give them, honestly, if they ask for both first, I'm willing to give them it. They're gonna ask for 3 first-round picks. See, I don't know if I can do that. I want to give you I'll give you my early one. I'll give you that. And I'll honestly give you a second. Can we make this work? Okay, they will. So I'd like to keep another first from this year. I don't really care which one. I feel like they'd more likely, it'd be more realistic to give them, uh, you know, this one. But yeah, we're gonna take a slow receiver, but he's top 5 potential, 22 years old, 90 speed, 90 acceleration, hidden dev. I'm very happy with that pick. Now, since we don't pick for a while, we're gonna go all the way to 31. Where I have no idea who I should go with here. There's a solid cornerback or a quarterback still available, it looks like. Did not participate in the combine. He looks solid. He looks really good. His accuracy is on point. So I'm gonna need. I might take him, and it's gonna be pricey because we're 2035. The Bengals are offering me a first next year. The Bills are. Oh no, I'm looking for 2035. 60. 60 is right towards the end. So there are some teams offering me first. The Vikings are offering me a very good spot. But at the same time, I feel like that means they're gonna try and take quarterback. But then there's also the Titans who are willing to like jump me a spot. Oh, or like 2 spots or whatever. Ooh, but so are the Lions. I'm gonna do the Lions. To jump up 2 spots, because they could be wanting this quarterback. Brett Johnson will attack Washington. Now, if any team's gonna take a quarterback, it's probably the Bengals. Sebastian Almas, Center, Missouri. Okay, here's the issue. This quarterback looks amazing. Let's just get it out of the way. It looks phenomenal. I don't know how they fell this far. The issue is, he's never going to play. Plus, he only has 4 years left, so there is a strong potential that we are going to be in some serious financial issues. Because realistically, this quarterback, if I'm drafting him, I'm planning on him being the future of the team. And he's only normal, so that does suck. But we don't pick until the 4th. Wow. 2 whole rounds. Which makes me think I shouldn't have traded down. Because that way, I hold on to him. I can put the 5th-year option and everything. That way, him and Jadarius Cone go into free agency at the same exact time. So I can give him a contract without having to worry about Jadarius Cone making, things difficult. Granted, he is a backup, so he might not even, do much. But this corner right here, it looks phenomenal. So I'm going to take him as well. And that does throw a wrench in the plan with that one guy we gave a 2-year extension to, but ultimately, it is what it is. Now we're in the 5th round, and you can kind of see we're all of these positions. Wow, a fullback is projected to go this high, but his stuff does not look great. We know a decent, but 95% on Cordell Bow. He looks. He doesn't look great. Where are we draft? We're in the 4th round. See. Oh, we also know a lot about Bobby Ballard. And he, on the other hand, looks way better. "21 years old, normal dev." I don't know what he's going to do. I don't know if he's going to play any impact, but we got him. Hell, he may be a bust. Now, I do want to draft another receiver. But also, this running back all the way down here, Thomas Zimmerman, looks pretty solid. But his stats, yeah, we're actually gonna say no to him. We're gonna take a look at the receivers. Is there anyone? And if you think about it, actually, since we picked the 31 and the 4th, it's more of a 5th round pick, which I feel like was where he was projected to go. That one guy we drafted. So now that I'm thinking about it, I am a bit more comfortable with it. All right, Chris Wilson and Dylan McDaniels are the only other 2 players who are even projected to be drafted. This guy looks very mid. I do like that about him, though. I do feel like he would be a steal. I think he's probably like a mid 4th round talent, it looked like. This guy can jump and is strong. We might have to take him. We're going to call him up, give him a shot. Dylan McDaniels. I really like his potential. He was very stat-wise solid. What anyone even offering me? Would imagine maybe a 6 next year. Bengals are offering me to do a pick swap. It's not happening. I'm gonna take Minnesota 6. That way, they don't have one for next year. Now is Green Bay offering their 6 still? I saw not many teams are offering a 6. I see the Jets, the 49ers, the Panthers, the Rams usually suck. We'll do Rams. Okay. The rule is, in real life, I believe you're not allowed to trade your 7th round pick if you're Cincinnati. That's not because of anything. That's because of Mr. Irrelevant. You have to make that pick. So we're just gonna take this guy, Alfonso Washington. Hope he works out. Because of that, I'm not gonna trade with him. That's cheating. It looked like they took our running back anyway. First thing I want to see, we got a 79 overall wide receiver with hidden dev. That is an amazing pick. A 72 overall quarterback. That's not the greatest, but I think it will work. Tremaine White. And also, I think he's probably going to be up to around a 77, probably at max, and I don't even think he's going to get that far. So that's a great pick by us, because he's going to be super cheap if we want to extend him. And then, Tremaine White, 68 overall, that's not bad. Pretty bad pick with Bobby Ballard. Then Dylan McDaniels, we kind of bounced back with 67 overall, it's not bad. And then 7th round pick was pretty bad. So we have 262, so I'd say we're in pretty good contention to have the worst player. No! Worst goes to Jerry Doyle, 7th round pick quarterback. Best player, Mitch Fletcher, quarterback. But here's the real question. Okay, he does have hidden dev. But we do get second best. Tied with the Raiders and Luke Yates, who went third overall. He's also hidden dev. So I would gladly take that. Oops. Alright. Only a 72 overall. It is hidden dev. And the final pick I do want to look at, since it is right here. Thad Smith, 72 overall as well. Hidden dev, so pretty solid picks. If they were normal, then that would have been pretty funny. But that's pretty much all we do in the draft. Our rookies pretty solid. We only got, I believe it was one hidden dev, but was a 79 overall receiver who we traded 2 first round picks from, what was it, 24 to 7. So I would gladly do that deal. The 2 best teams in the league according to last year. Oh wow, I'm just not realizing, look at that. Madden 23, the Bengals did play at Paycor Stadium in Madden 23. So that's interesting that they still have it as Paul Brown. Just shows how lazy EA is. It's not a big thing though. I can't think of much of an example, but for example, like if the Rams and slash Chargers, if they still had them listed as their whatever stadium, I don't remember, I don't know where they played at. I don't know much about stadium names. They still played at wherever they played back in St. Louis and San Diego. That would have been an issue back in that game, like whenever they moved to SoFi. What was that? It was like 2020. Like I said, we're not jumping into anything. But our first game, we win 24-21, so we get our revenge, even though it's with the backups. I see we're playing the Ohio teams. We now play the Browns. The Lions are the only team to lose preseason. Once again, it's preseason. It doesn't matter. Week 2, we end up dominating. Let's not get too happy, though. Luke Allen on Christopher Kelly. Oh, wow. That's actually cool. Your spelled UR like it's an actual text. I just realized that. Dude couldn't hang on to anything last game, but don't give up on him. I think with a little help, he could be really good. Well, if he can't catch, then I think realistically, he needs to work on faking out tacklers then, because that way, when he does catch the ball, he needs to be able to get extra yards to make up for it. That's not a good text message to receive, though. 7th overall pick that we traded 2 firsts, pick 24 in that draft, and then our first for this year now. So we're without a first. Luckily, we still have 31. We went 3-0 to preseason, though. We have 7 players to cut. Realistically, it's just practice squad if we want. Quarterback. We have 3. I think we're just going to roll with them. Running back. 4. I think we'll just roll with them. Receiver. These are the main 4. They're no doubt in my mind. I think we're going to move to practice squad and we're going to cut. You can't be on the practice squad, so we're just going to straight up cut you. Tight ends, we have 4. I'm okay with it. Although Elijah Pippen, I think we will move down to the 3rd tight end. He's only here for veteranness, alright? These guys, all 3 of these guys have been on the team ever since they were drafted here. I think we want to have someone who hasn't. Holy crap. Alright, so these two are must-stays, apparently, which I'm completely fine with. I'm gonna cut both of these guys. Left guard, we'll keep both for now. Center, we'll keep both. Right guard, we'll keep him. And right tackle, just gonna cut you, honestly. I don't even think it's worth keeping you both. Keeping you. We don't have any ends. Uh-oh, that's bad. To the point where I'm actually okay with keeping another D tackle, because they can also play ends if they must need to, although I don't feel comfortable doing that. Did I see only... Oh, we are having shortages at these positions. Matt Debose, we'll keep you for now, but you're a prime candidate to get cut. I just realized Steve Mayo's 28. We don't even need him. I only kept him because I was like, I'm afraid we're not going to have him. And 27, yeah, we're fine. These two are going to be old enough. One player remaining now. I'm going to say... We're going to give him... Ooh, my voice is running out on me or something. Alright, so we have a few positions left. And well, positions. We have a whole practice squad we need to fill out. 12 players. So let's go ahead. Practice squad eligible. Quarterback. First guy I'm looking at, Patrick Williams. Get on the practice squad, Patrick. Alright, running back. Jamar Flynn. Practice squad, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Wide receiver, I think we already have one, so I think we just need to get the second. Deontay Norman. I'm going after young guys because I want these guys to be able to like know the team pretty well. Tight ends. Ooh, we're gonna go you because you're a scheme fit. Wade Winter. Alright, so we have quarterback, running back, two tight ends. We need a left tackle. And then we're on to the defense. Zach Bowman. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Now we need to get a left end. Day one starter. See, I feel like a team's going to sign him, so I'm not going to go after him. Ja'Cory Weston. Although he would make a great shot on someone's team. Hold on, is he star or hidden dev? Okay, he's not. I was about to say, if he was, I was giving him an actual contract. D tackle. Go ahead and give it to Jimmy Carter. Although I feel like he's a candidate to get signed. It's all good. D tackle. We need to get a left outside linebacker now. Kyle Fox, welcome to the team. This is what I wish EA would do. I wish they would make this stuff more fun. Like, you can hold workouts to see if they're, like, worthy enough to even be on your team. Middle linebacker. A cornerback. Kari Manning, something. Yes, star dev. That's something to look out of for. He could play fifth corner very nice. Alright, lastly, a kicker. James Rivera. I remember finding a diamond in the rough in Shaden Ryan's not signing him. He turned out to be like at the end of his career, like a 79 overall. That was good. Alright. Last thing to do is check our roster to see if there's any position on the practice squad we didn't fill. Nope, we got them all. Hopefully Manning doesn't get signed. Something else I wish they would do is like in real life, you can have protective players. I believe only like 3 of them. And these are players who can't get signed off the practice squad, no matter what. I wish they would add that. We're going to do all of this next episode. And 2 players already got signed, so we'll actually go ahead and do that. And the Chargers already signed Manning, and so we're down a corner and a kicker. So before we end, let's go ahead. Kicker, Howie Patterson, you're the only one left, so congrats by default. And Trevor Rushing, congrats by default. Alright, now that's gonna do it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I did. I will see you guys next time. We're not gonna do scouts anymore. We're just like so close. I don't even think we really need it. See you guys next time. Goodbye. Hope you enjoyed.